Are you feeling like a shadow of yourself? Is your mood on its way down? You could be suffering from low THC, also known as cannabinoid deficiency, caused by 77 years of government interference via prohibition. Do you live in a medical cannabis state or the District of Columbia? Are you over the age of 18 and seeking non-toxic natural health, well-being, and peace of mind? Ask your doctor if cannabis may be right for you. After 10,000 years of recorded human use and 77 years of failed prohibition on the world's most extensively tested plant, the results are in. Cannabis has no known lethal dose and is arguably the safest and most comprehensive therapeutic substance known to man. Cannabis remained in the United States pharmacopoeia until 1941, and cannabinoids are currently patented by the federal government as an anti-inflammatory, U.S. patent 6630507. Human brains have cannabinoid receptors. Cannabinoids are lubricants in the human body. Due to prohibition, our bodies have been denied essential lubrication. Imagine never changing or adding to the oil in your car. The use of cannabis for low THC may cause immediate relief, including a general feeling of well-being, chronic smiling or laughing, feelings of euphoria, increased creativity or clarity, a greater appreciation for music and art, the desire to dance, increased feelings of inspiration, compassion or unity, a need for truth and justice, or you may wake feeling more well-rested than usual. It's undetermined to know exactly how many symptoms the use of cannabis may alleviate because of federal prohibition. There were dozens identified in the 1909 Eli Lilly Pharmaceutical Handbook. Currently, over 80% of the population supports the right to use cannabis therapeutically, and 92% of its users have declared significant non-toxic relief. The most common side effects, which are usually mild to moderate and may fade or disappear completely over time, are dry mouth and drowsiness. Other more serious side effects can include growing and repairing brain cells and DNA, or improve vision, may prevent Alzheimer's, dementia, glaucoma, nausea, and suicide, may provide relief from autism, asthma, anorexia, arthritis, AIDS, cancer, Crohn's, depression, epilepsy, fibromyalgia, gout, IBS, insomnia, MS, migraine, pain, Parkinson's, PTSD, and spasticity. Use caution while driving or doing other physical activities until you know how cannabis affects you. May cause paranoia or nervousness, specifically caused by real-life government intervention in your quest for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness in the USA. Ask your doctor if cannabis may be right for you. Brought to you as a public service announcement by the People's Plant, a campaign of conscience.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is 2 minutes after the hour. It is high noon in beautiful Rock Hill, South Carolina. That's right, you're once again with Rosemary in her world called Rosemary's World of Cannabis. Check it out, y'all. 710 Radio is sponsored and doing everything they can to keep me on the air. Thank you, 710 Radio. Also, we'll be on iHeartRadio as well. I am a very happy person to be on iHeart. They get to hang in with us as well and explore the world of cannabis like nobody has explored it before. And I am totally excited about it. Today on our show is about respect. You know, today is Memorial Day, and I was fortunate enough to get one of our veterans to come on the air. I know that we were supposed to have another guest on today, but we're working out some situations because we're working on a different time period than they are, because they're in Australia and we're here. I'm hoping to get with Ancient Jay and Bob sometime later on this week, and I don't know if it'll be a live show or not, because I'm going to try being coordinated as possible with them, because it's kind of hard to try to do different shows in different time zones, especially in that big a time zone. So I'm going to be getting back with them. My surprise guest, I'm working out some details with them as well. Uncle Leon, I don't know if you've seen his things on Facebook yet, but he is hilarious. Me and Uncle Leon hang out on Instagram a lot together, so we were chatting, and he agreed to come on the show. We're just trying to get things situated to get him on the show. And also, we're going to be having some other surprise guests. Hey, just stay tuned. You never know who's going to pop on Rosemary's World of Cannabis. I'm really surprised at the people that we've had to come out so far and to do the show. And I thank everybody that has made the show such a success. We are waiting on Carlos to call us now. He's supposed to be calling us in. He's a veteran, and he's going to be talking about medical cannabis, also today's event. So that's what we're waiting on as of now. For Carlos to call in and we get this show started. I'm going to go ahead and pull up some Facebook news real quick whilst we're waiting. Oh, I know what we can talk about real quick. The state of Maryland. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but I'm a little confused. How could they pull the plug on a program that's already supposed to be in place? You got people that's, putting time and money and effort in it, and then they put a hold on it. That is something truly, truly crazy. But I do want to also wish all our veterans today, I don't want to say a happy Memorial Day because it's not a happy event, but I'm hoping each one of you and all of us, have taken the time out to say thank you to a vet that's surviving, because we can't say thank you to the people that made that ultimate sacrifice today, but I do what I best that I can do to help others, that's still here, to adjust and to get this cannabis plant legal for them as well. Let's see. Still waiting. Okay. Everybody's popping up, but the right person I want to pop up. Where are you, Carlos? Okay. So that's what we're doing right now. Let's see. Let me clear some of this out. I hope everybody's enjoying their weekend, though. On a more pleasant note. It's been a great weekend for me. I found out that I'm going iHeart, which, like I said, once again, I am truly excited about that. Just doing that alone is huge for me. I never thought I'd be doing in such record time. I mean, to be doing that. Also, whilst I'm thinking about it, on the 31st, I'll be doing Access 21 out of Charlotte, North Carolina. I'll be on the show with the doctor, and we're going to be talking about cannabis. We're going to also be talking about House Bill 185 there in North Carolina. Also, on the 10th of June, for those who are in Charlotte, North Carolina, don't forget to go to the town hall meeting. I was asked by Representative Rutherford out of Charlotte to come in, and I agreed to come in with him to sit in on that town hall meeting. So guys and gals, if you ain't got nothing to do, I have it posted up on my Facebook page. I'll repost it again for those who live in the Charlotte area. Come on out and support your town hall. This is going to be very interesting, guys, because this is the first one I've been invited to, and I'm deeply honored to be a part of that. Okay, we're still waiting on Carlos. Alrighty then, let's see. This is one time you need a co-host. This is one time you definitely need a co-host. Oh, I found that link though. So what I was talking about. It was a judge temporarily halted the medical marijuana industry. Let's see what that story is about real quick. It's a Baltimore judge put Maryland's medical marijuana industry temporary hold. Oh, no pop-ups, please. Give me a break. Give me a break, pop-up. Go away. Go away. I hate pop-ups on these pages like that. Sell your stuff later. On last Thursday, granted a request to accompany allegedly state regulations legally ignored the racial diversity when picking firms to grow the drug. The Circuit Judge Barry Williams said the Maryland Medical Cannabis Commission had not permitted to grant any additional marijuana licenses for 10 days. He will decide after June 2nd hearing whether to extend the ban until the conclusion of a lawsuit that asks for the entire application to begin anew. Wow, that's huge. The case is being watched closely by medical marijuana firms, regulators, and patients because it has the potential to upend the entire industry before it gets off the ground. Wow. In his brief ruling, Williams said that the 15 preliminary licenses to grow drugs could have been awarded in a manner that was potentially arbitrary and capricious and possibly unconstitutional. The lawyer representing the commission, Assistant Attorney General Heather Nelson, declined to comment. The commission chair, Paul Davies, said the ruling only applies to growers licensed, and the commission will continue work. For Grow, the company who secured a final cultivation license will be allowed to keep growing marijuana during the temporary ban, but the company will have to argue in court next week why it should be allowed to continue. Forward Grow, won final appeal last week to grow the drug more than 4 years after Maryland first legalized the medical marijuana program. More than 65,000 plants more than 65,000 patients, have been registered to receive the drug when it's available. That's a lot of people in a short period of time, guys. Wow, really? I hate these pop-ups. Jesus. The industry has been investigating delays and disputes, including allegations that the commission broke the law in failing to seek racial diversity and following its own rules to sought the geographic diversity among medical marijuana growers. These licenses are estimated to be worth millions. The state law requires the commission to encourage participation by minorities and to actively seek racial, ethnicities, and geographic diversity when licensing medical cannabis growers. Although the commission used geographic diversity as a selection criteria in a way the subject is to another lawsuit, the commission did not inquire about nor consider the racial or ethnical identity of applicants. None of the 15 companies granted primary approval to grow the drug are led by African Americans. Alternate Medicine Maryland, who is led by African American doctors from New York, was not ranked by the Cannabis Commission among the top 15 companies seeking a grow license and filed a lawsuit last fall challenging the award process. Nelson, who represented the commission, argued that the court law never expressly required racial diversity to be a selection criteria and that the commission satisfied the requirement to seek diversity by broadly advertising the program. She said an alternate medicine Maryland applicant was evidence to the commission successfully reached a diversity pool of candidates. What was they sufficient? Nelson said. The Legislative Black Caucus disagreed and has accused the commission of unfairly excluding African Americans who make up a third of Maryland's population from the industry. Black lawmakers are lobbying the governor and presiding officers to recall the General Assembly to Annapolis to expand the industry to include more minority-owned firms. Earlier this month, Governor Larry Hogan issued an executive order to conduct a disparity study that examines whether the minority face a disadvantage into getting into lucrative medical marijuana businesses. Such a study is a prerequisite to legally consider the race when awarding state license. A lawyer with Forward Grow said the company will present their case in court next week. The key is for us to continue focusing on getting medicines to the patients in Maryland, said Gail Renner, a spokeswoman for Forward Grow. Brian Brown, an attorney for Alternate Medicine Maryland, said the company does not wish to delay the industry. It's our hope to get this resolved quickly and expeditiously, he said. The trade group representing the growers and processors who won preliminary license called their ruling incredibly disappointing. Maryland's patients and families waited nearly 4 years to access the important medicine, said Jake Van Weingarten, I'm hoping that's how I pronounce the name. The group's chairman, we are hopeful that the circuit court will rule against Alternative Medicine Maryland's frivolous law legal filing when the evidence is heard on June 2nd. Wow. So it goes on and on and on and on and on, back and forth between the different dispensaries and so on and so forth. I'm going to be following this real closely because I know several members of the surrounding areas had took the time to ride up there to get a medical medical marijuana card, because Maryland is one of the states that you don't have to be a resident to get a card. So yeah, I'm gonna watch this real close and see what happens with this, because it's gonna get interesting about that. So I'm still waiting on Carlos to call in. If he doesn't call in a second, we're gonna have to call a show, because that would be bad. That'll be bad, and we'll have to go to our best of the day, so that won't be a problem either. So wow, that's very interesting. Very interesting. Oh boy. Well, so I'm trying to find something else to talk about here, guys, because I really was set up for an interview. I was not set up for dead air. That is a problem. Oh. I don't have a thing I can cut away till. This is worse. This is so bad. Really, really bad. If anybody's listening and want to talk right now, they can call me at area code 803-412-9386, because I have got stood up twice in one day. Yikes. I'm gonna send a quick message. And see will that help any. Let's see. Wow. That is so uncool, guys. Really uncool. I don't know if y'all know, the biggest student loan company, I know this is not cannabis related, but it's related to everybody if you went to college or any trade school or anything. Fannie Mae is getting sued. I hope you know about that. They're getting sued because they overcharge people they're hard to get in contact with, and first thing or another, they're being sued also. So, okay. Got news out of South Carolina real quick. This comes from Fitz News. Is news selection that kind of keeps an eye on South Carolina. Earlier this week, South Carolina Henry McMaster announced the appointment of Sarah Goldsby as the director of South Carolina Department of Alcohol, Drugs, and Other Services. Big news? Not really. DODA is a relatively small agent and currently a vision of the state's $29 billion budget, which is supposed to take effect on July 1st. The agency is slated to receive $49 million. That's not a huge appropriating grant scheme to think, but we still think its money could be better spent on core functions of government. You know, roads, bridges, cops, courts, etc. Sure, addiction to alcohol or drugs is a terrible thing, but that doesn't mean taxpayers should subsidize an entire bureaucracy dedicated to addressing the problem. Anyways, DODAS landed on our radar scene last year when it launched all our government efforts against decriminalizing medical marijuana. Needless to say, the object of taxpayers subsidized lottery campaign just because it's medical cannabis is a moral imperative, which it is, but whatever your views on it, the taxpayer money should not go to deliberate misleading of the public. And I talked about this before, guys. Matter of fact, I think I did a Facebook page and everything else. If you don't live here in the state of South Carolina, they had a thing last year that was going around where the taxpayers' money was from the state of South Carolina was funding this Anti Just Say No campaign, and they were going around the state. So I confronted them at Winthrop University and asked them questions. How were they going to bring somebody in from Colorado with outdated information? See, the thing is this, they don't realize that people just don't stay here in South Carolina, just live here in South Carolina and don't go nowhere. You have people that's transferring into this state all the time. And I just was not going to physically sit there and let the propaganda lies be told that was being told by this program. And so they're really beating the war drums as announced, really trying to get this campaign stopped for medical cannabis. And it's a darn shame that you have to fight people in your government taking your tax dollars to be a war on drugs, which is sad. So guys, hey, we're gonna end this on this note like this here. We're gonna switch over to a previous show, and I hope you enjoy your holiday, guys. We will have a show. We will have a full show tomorrow with a guest that I know that won't cancel on me at the last second. You have been in tune with Rosemary World of Cannabis. Have a great holiday.